Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. Hey there, how there, ho there. It's Drift Cutter Diamond welcoming you to a very special Christmas Day edition of Cutter Top 10. And no, it's not to do with anything sports related, which is kind of weird, but hey, what do you expect? Today we're going to be taking a look at some Christmas lists. The first one we're going to look at is the top 10 Christmas songs of all time, as recorded by many people. So there is one massive change I made to the thing myself. Like I replaced one song, but you know, it just is what it is. It is a little biased because a couple days ago, the singer of the song actually did die. But don't worry, I didn't give it a high number, as per se. Oh, here we go. Number one. Why did I do that? Well, actually, there's one honorable mention. A lot of people said "Baby It's Cold Outside" should be there. It's got a couple of good duets, but unfortunately, the way the song is and all that, like inviting someone to stay against their will, that just doesn't work out. All right, here we go. First one is number 10. Is the song by Band Aid. Do they know it's Christmas? Do they know it's Christmas time again? We the children. Do. Well, Band Aid is not some cleverly named band. It is actually Band Aid, not like a bandage, but like Band Aid. Back in 1984, some great British rockers actually got together to sing the song "Do They Know It's Christmas" to raise money for Ethiopian famine relief. Of course, the next year, 1985, is "We Are the World," where the American people did their version. Of course, we all know about Live Aid and all that in 1985. Great job in Philly and London, doing the concert. But one tiny little problem was that it actually worked against the supporters because the money donated to that actually not a lot of it went to help the famine. It went to the Ethiopian government and all that. And unfortunately, their president was a bit of a dictator. So they said that a lot of the money that was raised for famine relief actually went towards a coup, which is like, ugh, that's when charity does it wrong. Number 9 is Santa Claus is coming to town. He sees you when you're sleeping. Isn't he a pervert? No. He knows when you're awake. Well, obviously. He knows when you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake. Yeah, shake a finger at them. Anyway, Santa Claus is coming to town. There's been many people covering it. I know the Jackson 5 did one. That's the one I recognize from listening to it. Of course, if you work in retail like I do, you know that on November the 12th, the day after Remembrance Day, or Armistice Day, as you will, is that, the Christmas songs pop up till Boxing Day when we go back to normal songs. Anyway, yeah. But Santa Claus is coming to town. It's big and all that. I know I personally don't like the first "He sees you when you're sleeping." It's like, in this time of age, it's like, is he is he a peeper? No. That wouldn't be good. Anyway. Okay, here's the bias pick. Number 8 is "Driving Home for Christmas" with Chris Ray. Yeah, of course, Chris Ray, the guy who did the song, died on Monday. So 2 days ago. So of course, I had to include it in there. It's basically my Christmas jam. It's up there. It's in my song, my playlist on YouTube and all that. Driving home for Christmas. I'm driving home for Christmas. Can't wait to see those smiling faces. I'm driving home for Christmas. Yeah, we're down the line, and it's been so long. Ah, I can't believe I can't do the lyrics. Ah, I'm sorry, but that's the way it is. Yeah, driving home for Christmas is great and all that. it's almost basically the only Christmas song I had on my playlist for a while until number one. But anyway, it's a good song and all that. Very underrated. Number seven is Rocking Around the Christmas Tree with the Yuletide bear. Do 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 do. We're gonna have some pumpkin pie and then we'll go caroling. Pumpkin pie is in October for Thanksgiving. Well, in Canada, it's October for Thanksgiving. America, it's November. So anyway, Rocking Around the Christmas Tree by Brandon Lee. That's the main one that everyone remembers. So yeah, you know, yeah. If you're rocking around the Christmas tree, don't knock it over. You'll hurt some children. Yeah, I know driving home for Christmas is ironic because, I don't drive. But anyway, yeah, rocking around the Christmas tree has been a fan favorite for many years. All that. Number six is Feliz Navidad. Ba-bum, ba-bum-bum. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Pero son from Jose Feliciano. Now, now, unfortunately, as a child, I would mishear things, and I thought Feliz Navidad was release mommy duck, release mommy duck, release mommy duck, da, 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 instead of Feliz Navidad. Why did I mishear it as release mommy duck? Weird. That was for years. Well, Jose Feliciano was this legally blind Latino recording artist who was pretty good. However, well, he did this version in 1970. However, 2 years prior, in 1968, he caused an uproar when, before Game 5, was it, of the World Series, he was invited to sing the national anthem, but he didn't sing it like a normal national anthem. He sang it like a cool, smooth groove. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light? Like that. He didn't sing it traditionally, and NBC got flooded with a lot of angry calls and all that. That kind of did start the tradition of doing the national anthem sometimes a bit broader than what was normally supposed to be done. So yeah, that's what Feliz Navidad did. Number five, it's the most wonderful time of the year. The one that I usually end up having to hear is Andy Williams. So anyway, yeah, I think it is the most wonderful time of the year, except if you're lonely and all that on Christmas, like, you're by yourself and all that. It's even worse when you don't have family around for Christmas, is that it's not really the most wonderful time of the year. Of course, I give my own spin on it, if you will. But of course, that song is actually weird because everyone said, I remember 2018 when, on Facebook, I posted, the baby, it's cold outside, brouhaha, because of the way it's sung. But I said, I counter with this. There's a verse in It's a Wonderful Time of the Year. It says, we'll be by the fire. We'll be sharing ghost stories and tales of the glory of so much long ago. There'll be scary ghost stories and tales of the glory. I mean, scary ghost stories. I'm like, that's Halloween. But then someone posted that actually there was more of a ghost thing back in the 1900s and all that. And I'm like, okay. Number four is Last Christmas I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'm giving it to someone special. That was from Wham, the George Michael's group until he went solo. But yeah, Last Christmas has been great and all that. Once bitten, twice shy. It's a song of kind of heartbreak, which, a guy or maybe a girl gives their heart to their significant other, but then they don't get it reciprocated or basically get broken up, and then he says all that. Now there is kind of a awkward version I sometimes sing to myself. Last Christmas I gave you my heart. The very next day you gave it away. Bleep you. You don't deserve it. I'll give it to someone special. Oh. Yeah, that makes it a little more weird. But yeah, Last Christmas. Number three is Jingle Bell, Jingle Bell Rock. Jingle bells sway and jingle bell ring. Snowing and blowing up, bushes of fun. Now the jingle hop has begun. From Bobby Helms. That's the main person who sings that. So yeah, Jingle Bell Rock is great. I know you'd be thinking, why is Jingle Bells, 12 Days of Christmas, Frosty the Snowman, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer on here? But it's technically a Christmas carols. These are Christmas songs that artists do. So yeah, Jingle Bell Rock has been great and all that. The Bobby Helms version. You know, it's the first time I really listened to it and all that. It was actually in Home Alone. Was it 2? Yeah, Home Alone 2. When Kevin is at the pool. Anyway, number 2 is I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know. Bing Crosby's sentimental favorite from 1954. Well, 19, I think it was 1942, and then 1954 it was in the movie Holiday Inn. I think there was a movie called White Christmas that had it in, but yeah, that's what people remember. Yeah, White Christmas is just great. White Christmas, with every Christmas card I write and all that. May your dreams be merry and bright. Oh, your Christmases be white. Well, this year, 2025, we will have a white Christmas. We actually had a white November up in Canada. Like, I should know, shoveling a lot of snow, a lot more than I did last year before Christmas at this time. But anyhow, White Christmas is always great. And Bing Crosby was a pretty good crooner. And finally, number one is that annoying song by Mariah Carey from 1994. All I want for Christmas is you. Yeah, I can't do that tone anymore. I've aged, so I can't hit those high notes. Yep, all I want for Christmas is you. Mariah Carey didn't think it was going to be one a big deal when she recorded it in 1994. Oh, but she was wrong. Dead wrong. Dead wrong. Well, yeah, Mariah Carey was deadly wrong. That song has been a freaking earworm to everybody. Everybody. So, people are like, why do we have to listen to this crap? Oh, you do. You sure do. It's like, ugh. But yeah, it's a pretty good song when it gets down to it. Of course, Mariah Carey with her, what what do they call it? 5 register voice, going from 5 different types of voice. She can go from low to high and all that. I used to always go high. Can't really go low, but now I can try to go low. I'm lower than I normally am. But yeah. So anyway, that's top 10. There'll be another 2 top 10s to do Christmas. I promise you. Anyway, I'm Jeff Diamond. Goodbye.